Hey everybody! We have a really special, fun episode planned for you guys today on the Virtual Shelling Network. We are here at the Peace River with Patrick Chastain of Fossil Funatics, and we are going to do some fossil hunting and hopefully find some really awesome shark teeth. And as you can tell, the river here in Arcadia is super low. It is super low, which is great for us. Usually we're able to take kayaks and boats through this river, and you can see just how crazy low it is. So we've got some tools. We've got our shovel and sifters, and I'm going to show you guys exactly how we use these to find some really cool fossils and shark teeth in the river. So if you're ready, let's get going.
15 or so minute walk.
Walking through the river, and you can see the little tadpoles and the water bugs. So when you come to the river, Patrick has an awesome list on his website of what he wants you to bring and then what he will supply. So he will supply all the tools needed. If you have your own fossil hunting tools, you're welcome to bring them, but he will have some tools for you if you don't have them. The other nice thing is that he also provides your permit. So if you come on your own, you must be permitted by the state of Florida to fossil hunt, which is another great reason to come with Patrick, so you don't have to worry about having a permit. But you want to make sure that you have good footing on. Patrick recommends that you wear tennis shoes with socks. So I have some sneakers with socks on. You guys know I usually wear like fit kicks, but you want something that's going to stay very secure on your feet. Sometimes it can be muddy, and you can step on some rocks, and there's some tree limbs and branches and all kinds of things, and sometimes the water's clear and sometimes it's murky, so you want to make sure that you have good footing. As you can see, he almost slipped there. You want to bring some sunscreen, of course, because even though some of the areas are shaded, some of them are not. So you want to make sure you have some sunscreen, bring a hat with you, bug spray, because listen, we are like out in the middle of nowhere in Wildlifeville. And yes, there is wildlife here. There are alligators, there are snakes. You don't have to be concerned about them, especially if you come with a tour guide. If you don't come with a tour guide, I would be a little bit more concerned for you. But hopefully we might see some fun stuff, so I'm really excited. We're just gonna walk to Patrick's secret spot. Here's a little rope swing. You guys can see clearly nobody wants to be rope swinging right now because we are about ankle deep in the water. Lots of fish.
That would hurt.
Look at all the fish. So you guys can see like some of the areas are really shallow here, and then some areas it gets a little bit deeper. There's like a hole. So as you're walking, you want to make sure that you know where you're putting your feet. We're always on the hunt for some wildlife and fun fish. I'm not really seeing any birds today yet. It's still early in the morning though, so we might see some in a little while. So if you guys have never been on the river, this will be a fun expedition for you, because a lot of people don't know what the Peace River looks like. It's a very long river, all the way down to the Gulf of Mexico, and comes out right above north of Sanibel. So this is kind of all the stuff we're going to be digging in here. All this kind of gravel you see. Oh, as I almost fall in a hole. So all this gravel is kind of where you're going to find some cool fossils. Alright, so we're going to show you guys how we do this. So Barry's going to take a big scoop and put it in a sifter, and sift all the sand out. Go ahead. And this is why we use sifters. We want to make sure they float because it makes less work for us. And then you go through and you see what you can find as far as fossils and shark teeth.
What you can do, this side of the creek, not as good.
Ooh, here's something. Look at this.
Anything, and that goes way down.
I'm not sure what that is, but that's some type of a fossil.
As
So
you
I'll
get
put that in the
back
bucket.
towards the shoreline,
And here's another, it looks like a little ray palette here.
that's the crunch of that gravel. That's what you're looking for on that edge there. You just gotta find where the gravel's at. I mean, we start getting.
Oh, we got a little shark tooth. Look at
We
that.
start getting large
It's
rocks.
broken, but it's a little
You're
shark
gonna get
tooth.
fossils. I mean, that's all bone
Woo!
material. So there's a ton of fossil material.
So there's lots of fossil material.
In about an hour or two, I'm gonna pop up that way.
I'm by no means a fossil expert. I can usually spot a fossil, but I don't always know. Oh, is this a tooth? Is this a part of a tooth? No, it's a rock. So this kind of gives you guys an idea of what we're going to be looking for in here. Here's another piece of a shark tooth right here. Right there.
About every 30 minutes, go through my teeth and his teeth up here.
In here.
Dude, the kid the other day, he kept popping teeth off that shoreline from my Sifting. Stuff that was stuck to the bottom of the teeth when I dumped, and he would find like two and before I would dump. I'm gonna
Alright, so that gives you an idea of how we're going to start looking through teeth.
Get some teeth in it?
Yeah. Alright, Patrick's going to give us a scoop so I can hold the camera and show you guys. So he's going to get a big shovel full and we're going to put it, perfect, thank you, in the sifter. And we're going to sift it through. Perfect. Alright, and then we're going to come over here in the sun so you guys can see what we've got. And you literally just go through and spread it out and see what we have.
All right, I'm not gonna grab anything. You look through because I see stuff.
And sometimes I miss fossils because I'm not like a fossil expert, like I'm a sheller. I'm not super, like I don't have a great eye for fossils. Like this is some kind of fossil right here, this one. I'm not even really sure. It might be like a ray plate or something. I just dropped it. There we go. And this is another reason why it's like super important to have a treasure bag, because these little tiny, some of these shark's teeth are tiny, and you can see like they'll fall right through bigger holes. So you want to make sure that you have a good shell bag, treasure bag, shark tooth bag, whatever, to keep your treasures really safe. Oh, this is something here. Look at this. I don't know what that is. And here's a big piece of bone. It's a big piece of fossilized bone right here, which is pretty cool. Just put that in our bag. And here, look at this one. Look how pretty this big snaggletooth is. Awesome. Let's see what else we can find. And here's another little tooth right here. And they're really hard to, like this is a lot of work hunting fossils, you guys. Like it's back-breaking work. You have to hike through the river. So like when we were up in Maryland and people would always ask, like when we went river walking for sea glass and fossils, and people would say like, where did you go? It's like, I mean, you hike so far. I mean, I don't even know where we are right now. I couldn't even tell you. We're literally somewhere on the Peace River, and we walked, 30 minutes in one direction. I don't even know what direction we walked until we found a spot. Like that's what you do, and then you just sit here and you. Ooh, look at this one, you guys. Check out this. What is this one?
Snaggletooth.
This is snaggletooth.
Some upper Sarah.
Wow, that's so cool. Look at that. Super awesome. So, fossil hunting's super fun. Oh, I just saw a tooth. Where did it go? Oh, I just saw it. Here. So fossil hunting is super fun, but I mean, it's work. Look how pretty. And I don't know like all of my shark
Is that a big one?
teeth names and stuff.
What do you say?
Like Patrick does. Like that's why it's really fun to come with a guide, because at the end of your tour you can have all of your fossils identified. Just like if you were on a shell tour, you know, you can have your shell guide identify all of your different seashells for you. So it's kind of the same thing. I don't know if I see anything else. It's kind of easier when you get it out of the water too. Kind of go through. So you don't have the reflection of the water. So there's a lot of these like ray plates.
With that kind of scoop, man, you could come over here and get all the stuff that falls off my shelf.
So this is just so fun. It's just treasure hunting. And sometimes you find some fossilized shells here too. And you find all different color teeth and sizes and all kinds of cool fun stuff. All right, I'm gonna get another scoop. Okay guys, so I just wanted to show you guys that like you'll see these like piles sometimes when you're walking through the river, and it's kind of discarded stuff of where people have dug in the middle here and then they discard in a pile. So if you're somebody that can't dig with a shovel, or you start getting tired, or your back is sore or whatever, one of the things you can do is you can simply get down here and just look through the gravel, look through any of the exposed, you know, areas on the banks here, and just kind of sift through and see what you can find as far as fossils go. Like here, I just uncovered a little tooth right here. Look at that. And the teeth come in all shapes and sizes. So, I mean, people always want to find like the big Megalodon teeth. Those are kind of like the Genonia, or the holy grail of kind of fossil hunting. So of course we all want to find the Meg, right? But, you know, part of the thrill of shelling or fossil hunting is, you know, just finding all the different varieties and the different species of shark and whatnot that you can find. There's some little shells here, and sometimes you'll find some fossilized shells too. Oh, here's a little tooth right here. I don't know what kind of teeth these all are, but Patrick's so knowledgeable about teeth. Like, not only can he identify like what shark they came from, here's another one, but he can tell you if it's like what kind of tooth, if it's a front tooth, if it's a back tooth, which is pretty cool because that's a good looking one right here. Look at that. That's way more than what I can do. And we find a lot of these like ray plates too here. So you find lots of these, which are really cool. I actually found a stingray plate at the beach the other day, walking on the beach, laying there. So I'll have to post that for you guys if I can find it. It's somewhere in one of my shell bags. Okay, so now I'm like in the water. It's super clear. I'm like right in the middle. And hopefully you guys will be able to see this. But there's some shark teeth that you can see just kind of waiting to be picked up. So here's a little teeny one right here. I'm gonna pick this one up. I'm gonna try not to move the water too much so they don't float away. And then there's one right here. This is like a snaggletooth. Look how pretty. This is a big one. Super pretty. And then it looks like there might be another one right here. Right here. Oh, it's a half of one, half a tooth. Half a tooth. Let's kind of see if I can move over a little bit and see anything else here floating in the water. Or not floating, but you guys know what I mean. Hopefully I'm not in your shadow. It looks like there's one right here too. Let's see what this is. It's some type of fossil here. I don't know what that is, but that's some type of fossil. It is so nice and peaceful here. Oh, we're gonna lose our sun, which means it's gonna be probably hard for you guys to see. Let me turn over here so I'm not in the, not blocking the sun. So you can literally just hunt for fossils just by looking. But again, like, it's just like the beach. Sometimes the water's crystal clear. Sometimes it's totally not. Sometimes you have really good visibility. Sometimes you don't. Oh, here's another little ray plate right here. Guys, look how cute this little fish is, just hanging out right here. Just enjoying the current. Alright, we're gonna come over here with Patrick, and he is scooping in this hole. And then we're gonna go through his stuff and find some fun fossils. Oh, the bugs are biting me. Oh, I almost fall in the water. Don't drop the phone. Sip, sip, sip.
There's little bits of clay out.
And take out the clay.
Makes it easy to see. See if we got anything in this one. A little snaggle tooth.
There you go.
Small, but it counts. And go figure. The last scoop had 10 teeth in it. A lemon.
There you go. It's a lemon shark tooth.
Some smaller. There's a baby lower snaggle tooth. That's the bottom tooth.
Oh, that's the bottom tooth, you guys. So I told you, he's very good at being able to tell you.
Another small lemon. Okay, so this wasn't the Meg scoop.
Looking for that holy grail.
Okay, more smalls.
Lots of little teeth. Look at that.
I guess we got like 5 there so far.
And what are these? This one.
5
Oh,
of
lots of
those.
these. These are the ray. Oops, where'd it go? Here.
Oh yeah, a little stingray piece.
Little stingray.
From a mouth plate, mouth battery. Oh, there's another little stingray. They're usually nice and
Cool.
rectangular, square, very easy to identify. They were food for the sharks, a great food source, which is one of the reasons that we find so many of their mouth plates in this area where the shark's teeth are.
Oh, that's interesting.
Got a little lemon shark. I think that's it for that scoop.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead and dump this over here.
All right. We're watching the master here. Really getting down there with the, if I can manage to not fall in twice so far. But my phone is still good. It's not that it's deep, but a lot of this is clay, you guys. It's very slippery. Like that big chunk right there is clay. He just broke up. And you can see how it's like kind of white. It's light gray. Those big clay pieces right there. So
Tastes really gravel that time.
Patrick knows exactly what he's looking for. That's the difference.
Lemon,
He can find them, pick them out.
dusky, lemon. Oh, I just saw another puffer fish mouth plate. Where did it go?
Pufferfish.
Yeah, I want to show you that.
Like a
Where did it
blowfish?
go? Yeah. I just turned it over. Oh, come on now. Where did you go?
Well, that's frustrating. Let me grab these and give it another little quick rinse. Oh, a puffer plate.
Oh, I didn't see it. I know. I've never seen that before.
Well, there's one of those chevron, the eagle rays. It's a different species of stingray. It's kind of like a chevron or a boomerang.
Oh, I always thought that was a regular stingray.
Yeah. All of the others will go straight across and be really rectangular, and these will be like a chevron.
Oh,
or a
I
boomerang.
wonder if I wonder if that's the plate that I found, honey, the other day. I was telling you guys that I just found one on the beach, and it looked like that chevron.
Different chevron. There it is.
Oh, we found it, you guys.
There's a little puffer fish
look
mouth
at
plate right
this,
there.
You guys.
That's a pretty one. Nice
This is a
colors.
puffer fish, so like a blowfish. Mouth plate, right? Wow, that's pretty cool.
They don't chew with regular teeth. They crush their food against the top of that plate that will be up in the top of their mouth, like where our...
So like a stingray plate, only.
Yeah, correct.
Very cool. That is awesome. Okay, guys, I just filled up my 2 little floaty sifters. And I'm gonna bring this up here to go through it with you guys so you can see without dropping my phone. Okay, so I took out all the big chunks of like rock to make it a little bit easier to see. But the first and most noticeable thing is this, and this is actually a fossil turtle scute from the bottom of a turtle shell. So you can see it's very, very flat, and you can see the line here, the seam, and then if you look at it from the side, you can kind of see how it's angled a little bit right here, where it kind of would connect. And you can see, if you can see like the kind of texture, that's how you kind of know that it's a fossil bone, is because it'll have that kind of like, kind of texture to it. So this is a turtle shell fossil, which is kind of cool. Put in my shell bag here. Alright, let's see what else we can.
You're welcome to hop right in this hole with me, though. I mean, if you're not finding stuff there, I'm getting
So just kind of pick a spot.
But you're welcome to go up there too.
Just kind of go through and start to look.
Either way, man.
Here looks like
I'm just digging
this
over
is
there.
maybe the tip of a meg. Here's the tip of a meg, right? Patrick, isn't that the tip of a meg right there?
Most definitely.
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah.
So that's what we look for, guys.
Just
We
the
look
thickness
for-
of that is thicker than most teeth, and it's got real heavy serrations, and there's a
See the
gorgeous little lemon.
serrations here?
Wow.
See, you can pick them out, you guys. You can pick them out right here. Look at this. So we look for megs, which are short for Megalodon, and those are the ginormous, huge sharks. And you'll see the teeth that are like, you know, like 5 or 6 inches. But there's different sizes, and we actually found a meg. Let me see if I can look in my bag and find it. You can see all my treasures in there. Oh, this was really cool too, you guys. Look at this. This is a fossil horse tooth. Look how cool. Can you see?
Yeah, if you wanted. It was just easy.
This is like the bottom of the tooth, and then this would be the root. But
15 or
look how
20 things out of each
ginormous
tooth.
this is. This is like a pretty awesome find for us today. A full-sized horse tooth. Hold on a second. This was actually did you say this was a bottom?
That's a posterior.
Posterior.
Which comes from the hinged
Posterior.
part. The hinged part way back here.
Okay.
They have to be short and wide so the mouth can still close.
Aha, so this is the posterior meg. You can see how it's a little bit angled compared to other megs, which will have more of like a symmetrical bottom. So that was really a fun find too. So let me get that back safe in my bag. Okay, so let's go ahead and see what else we can find in here. And I just kind of sift through and see. And any pieces of fossil that we find that we think are some type of like fossil, we'll go ahead and put in our bag, and then at the end, Patrick goes through them with us, and he'll let us know like what everything is, which is kind of cool. So
Yeah, up there was just
kind of sifting through. Here's a little tooth right here.
We won't leave you.
And some of them are broken or cracked, but that's fine because that's just Just like seashells, guys. Sometimes that Genonia that you find isn't going to be perfect, but you still keep it,
What
right?
do you want to do, bud?
So we still find fossil fragments. Here's another little tooth here. Oh, something just touched my leg.
Go back up.
I don't know what that was. I don't want to know.
It's not very far. It's not like you gotta walk into the mile.
No.
There's a little, maybe piece of a bone. Maybe like a little
I don't
piece of a
mind.
rib bone or something.
Back up.
It's your day, man. Get another flower. And if you don't hit on it as hard, come back with us.
Oh, here's the
Whatever.
little tooth right here. You see this
You
one
want to
right
go
here?
back up there, buddy?
Yeah.
You sure?
I just
Rinse
noticed
it
it
off.
on your shirt. I like that.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. What brand is that?
That's a good one right there.
Target.
Really? I like that.
Yeah.
And
Look, it had this one shirt
10 bucks.
that had all of the it had all the shark teeth on it, and it had the names of them. It had 3 mistakes on it.
Really?
oh, look at this, you guys. This is a fossil shell.
I went back to
Look
mine.
how cool.
Right.
Ah, I love finding fossils.
Good stuff.
We are still shelling.
Right.
Finding fossil shells. Here's another one.
You want to go back
Sometimes you'll
up there,
find it looks like a rock on one side, and the other side you'll find the imprint of the shell. That's pretty cool too. Let's see what else we can find in
buddy? I
here.
recognize it.
Oh my gosh, something keeps touching my leg. Probably like a fish or something that's kind of freaking me out.
Fun, buddy.
I don't get freaked out very easily, but when I'm in a river, when I'm in a river.
Not getting bored at all.
Uh-oh, you okay? Husband down. It is. Oh, you found a nice one. You managed to not drop it too.
Grabbed it and fell.
Oh,
It was worth falling.
that is a snaggle tooth right there. And then this right here is a ray plate. Good. And this is some type of bone, or I don't know what this is. Do you guys see how there's like serrations on the side right where my thumb is? Right there. So we'll put that in the shell bag too, and Patrick can tell us what that is later. Oop. It's falling. Let's see what else we can find. There are lots of little ray plates. I love to keep these.
Drag that.
Okay guys, so I'm gonna bring this one up. It's easier to see them when they're like out of the water, so I'm gonna let you guys just kind of look and see if you guys can find the shark tooth in here. And I'll kind of start to zoom in a little bit on it so you guys can see where it is. And they're hard to spot, but it's right there in the middle. Right here. Get that one. That one's nice. Oh, and here's another one too. I just saw this one. Didn't even see that one before. And then sometimes you'll see them, like this one is kind of stuck. So sometimes they will fall through your sifter holes. A little one. Oh, here we go. There's another one right here. Another one right here. And another one right here. Look at this one. Barry just threw something over here at me. Where is it? Oh, here it is. Look at that! You guys, look at all the teeth! Look at all the shark's teeth! So fun. I'm always like worried I'm gonna miss one.
Because the dad's been out like
Alright. Sift. And take out some of the big chunks. And some of this is like clay, if you can see. So it just gets all messy. So we'll take that stuff out. Get all the leaves out, so you can see. Alright, let's see what we get. Alright. Oh, there's a tooth right here. we were just talking to Patrick, he's been doing this tour that he has, Fossil Funatics, for about 5 years now. And we were actually his second clients ever, and it was before he actually had his Fossil Fanatic name and business. And he was just kind of taking people out on tours, and Patrick and I met on Facebook in a fossil group. And now he has a business, and it is so super fun, and it is such a fun activity to do with kids, with your family, if you come down to visit Florida, no matter where you are. This is kind of in the center of the state. I say it's about an hour southwest of Orlando, which is really fun. So it's kind of, ooh, well, that's really cool. Oh, is this a, what is this again? A mastodon? Mastodon. Hold
Yeah,
on.
that's the crown from
Yeah, the mastodon.
one of the crown bumps from the top of the mastodon.
And the mastodon is the...
It's a proboscidean. It's related to elephants,
the
related
mammoth.
to the mammoth.
Yeah, isn't that crazy? Like
Mammoth,
an elephant,
mastodons, and
mastodon. Oh my
gomphotheres.
gosh, this is so crazy, you guys. It's ginormous.
An extinct elephant.
An extinct
And that's just one little
elephant.
section of one bump.
Wow, that is crazy. So anyway, we've known Patrick for about 5 years now, and anywhere you are in the state of Florida, you can come and meet Patrick, and he will bring you on really fun fossil hunting tours. And again, you know, anybody in your family, you can bring your kids. This is great for kids. Anybody can fossil hunt. I'm gonna trade Barry. Oops. Try not to drop my phone here. Let's do one more here. But this is just such a fun fossil hunting excursion. And then, Patrick, do you also sell the jewelry?
I do.
So he has fossil jewelry for sale too. And then most of you know Julie. So if you find a really cool tooth like this, look at that snaggle tooth, you can have Julie at Ocean Soul bezel set it for you in a fun little bracelet. You see my little shark charm? So that's something that's really fun too. So if you find one and you want your own tooth set, you can do that. And then if not, you can also buy them from Patrick here. And then Julie, of course, has shark tooth jewelry as well. So that's kind of a couple options for you guys. Some type of fossil. I don't know what that is. We'll have to ask Patrick when we're done. But it's just so fun to just sit here and kind of look through and sift through and see what you can find. And I'll show you guys too in a second. Oh, Barry just put these little shark teeth right here for me. And I'll show you guys this too. We just found this a couple minutes ago. Check this out. This is a fossil dolphin vertebrae. So we find a lot of bone out here. A lot of fossil bone. What is this? I don't know, this looks like a little fossil of some kind. Put that in the bag too. So let me just show you guys really quick over here. Sure, I'm trying to be extremely careful to not drop my phone. Alright, I'll show you guys over here. Patrick's got some. So those are all rib bones, right, Patrick?
Yeah, those are all from the
look
dugong.
Look how, I mean, this is heavy, you guys. This is really, this is heavy.
Oh, they're
It's like
very,
5 pounds
very
heavy.
dense. You'll notice they don't have any pores. So that's one of the reasons they're
you see that?
non-porous. That makes them more
Non-porous.
dense so
Okay.
that they can sink farther in the water.
Oh,
Because they were a big animal that tended to float.
that's interesting. So you guys
And that's
can
like the
check out-
grandfather to the manatee that we have today.
Okay.
The dugong is related to the manatee.
So if you guys look up dugong, I think it's D-O-U-G-O-N-G. Dugong? D-U-G-O-N-G. Dugong. It is a relative of the manatee, an extinct species. So these are rib bones. I can't tell you guys how heavy this thing is. Listen. Okay. Like, I can't tell you how heavy that is. Then here's kind of a pile. I have to be careful because it's really slippery. Here's kind of a pile of, well, this is a piece of wood, but here's some other bones that we've found. Here's another, like, smaller piece of a rib bone that we've found. So just different. There's a smaller piece of a rib bone. So lots of bones that we find here. And here we are, just digging, like waist deep in the water. In the middle of, I have no idea where. It's super fun. I'm gonna go ahead and shake this one up. This should be a good one. Get some of these big rocks and clay. This is like a piece of clay out of here so we can see a little bit better. Just make sure you're not throwing out any fossils as you're throwing stuff away. Alright. And then I kind of like to shake it around and just get the leaves out so I can see a little bit better. There we go. Okay. Let's bring it up here. Oh, there's a little tooth right here. Let me put this one up there on the edge. I think it's just a matter of like spreading things out. There's another one right here. Make sure I'm focused in for you guys. I'm sorry, it's really hard to see out here. It's super bright. Ooh, look at this one. This one's cool. I think it's a snaggletooth also. That's a really good one. There.
There's just some giant tortoise. Yeah, that's
Oh, look at this one, you guys. Holy moly, look at that. Holy cow. That one's like ginormous.
Tortoise,
Wow.
tiger. Perfect one.
Look how big that is compared to the other one. I don't know what this is, but I think it's something. It's something. I don't know what it is. I'm gonna leave it up there too. When in doubt, keep it. Now it's Patrick when we're done.
That's all the gravel I've gone through.
Ooh, here's
I
one
mean, it
too.
hasn't been, it's not that much. That wouldn't even fill up a wheelbarrow.
Yeah, you feel like you're like
It'd be like
digging
2 hours
forever,
of
right?
digging wouldn't fill up a wheelbarrow.
And here's another little piece of array. Put it right there.
I just think it's cool that the piranhas leave us alone.
That's funny. Don't listen to him. There are no piranhas here. There are alligators out here though. Saw one the last time we were out here.
Yeah, but no lawyers.
I'm like, yeah, but they're so few and far between. We've only lost 2 kids this year.
Alright, I don't see anything else in this one. I don't think. Ooh, is this a tooth? Yeah, I think this is a tooth. Look at that. A little piece of the tooth there. I guess in this little tooth that we did. Oh, here's another piece of the tooth. See, I feel like the more I sift, the more I find. I don't want to miss anything. I'm sure I'm missing a lot though, I mean. But look at all that, look at all the things we got in this one. Awesome! You guys, I just started dumping my bag out. I can't even tell you how heavy this bag was. So heavy on the way back. I was like, oh my gosh, if this bag lives, I will be so impressed. Alright, let me grab another tray. Okay guys, we've got Patrick here. Hello Patrick.
Going on?
Okay, so Patrick's gonna just kind of give us a run through of what some of these are. So we already know about the big rib.
Yeah, these are the dugongs.
Yep, the
That's
dugong.
grandpa manatee.
Crazy. So
Yes.
heavy, you guys.
That is your dolphin vertebrae. Nice and rounded like so.
God, the horse tooth you got is just
That is
spectacular.
the craziest horse tooth.
That is the biggest
And then
one we've
that's
seen.
the small
Wow.
horse tooth right here.
Yeah, little piece of
And
horse
then what
tooth.
about this? Is this a piece of one
Perfect.
right here?
That is actually, that looks like a piece of a bison tooth. See how the
bison tooth. Get
see
out
how
of
the
town.
curves are a lot more evident, like so.
See that?
Yeah, a little bit different.
Well, bison, guys.
That
A
could be a
bison
bison
tooth. See
tooth.
all the fun things that you can find that you don't even
And
need to
it's
find.
you can see right here is the edge of the tooth, and this is the root. So it's
Wow.
not nearly as long as a horse tooth. That's how I can tell,
Very
because it has
cool.
a shorter cap.
Wow, guys, we found a bison tooth today.
That's really awesome.
Super
That's a piece
awesome.
of giant tortoise.
Giant
Tortoise shell is typically thicker than any of the turtle shell that we find.
Wow. And then this is the regular tortoise shell,
And that's
right?
a thinner piece of turtle
Okay.
shell right there.
Yep.
And you can kind of see how that one tapers towards the edge of the shell, and it's much
Mm-hmm.
thinner. They're both porous. You can tell that they're turtle shell by looking at the pores in the cross section.
Yeah, I can see that.
And then you can even see sometimes you'll get the segments of the lines on the back
Very cool.
where one scute starts and the next one stops.
Wow.
That's a stingray. That's a mouth plate from a stingray battery. You can see a couple of rows of the stingray that an individual one looked like this. And you've got
Okay,
one,
see it.
2 rows right there fused together. That's
Very
part of a
cool.
larger mouth plate that would have multiple rows.
Got it.
Very cool. And along with the stingray teeth, we find their barbs, and I'm sure you've got some
Here.
of those. Yeah, there's
I don't know
some
if
nice.
both of those?
are.
Okay,
Yeah,
yep.
that's from the very end. And then that one really has some very evident barbs on the side where they're all angled just one direction only, like a fish hook. They do not like to come out once they go in.
Yeah, I stuck one in my
Gorgeous.
tights when I was like 7, and my mom never forgave me for it. So
Oh, your posterior meg is so gorgeous.
awesome!
Those
I love
colors.
that. That's beautiful.
Awesome. A cool thing, and I don't know if we talked this morning, but your snaggle teeth,
Mm-hmm.
that's your lower and that's your upper. You have
Oh, okay.
you have a fork and a knife. When they open their mouths up really large, they bite from the bottom, and that will go in very easily and hold the prey, while the top teeth will come down and use these serrated edges to cut it like a steak.
Interesting.
So that's your top and bottom from your Hemipristicera, aka snaggletooth.
Wow. I didn't realize that those were both
Same shark species.
very cool. So I was calling these snaggle tooth
And these
teeth,
are
and they're
actually,
not.
those are actually tigers. This one is a
Tiger.
snaggle, but those two are both tigers.
Tiger sharks, you guys. Oh my gosh.
They're some of the
Crazy.
meanest sharks that are still swimming in the ocean. You've got extant species, which this is more like the species that you swim around with in the oceans today. And then you've got the taller and more narrow, which is a Mayambensis. It's an older
Can you guys see the difference?
tiger shark. The roots are more narrow, squeezed in, and the tooth is
see that?
taller. That's an older species. It's an extinct species.
Wow.
Of course, these are different castings. You've got gastropods and scallop shell castings and a little tiny complete scallop casting there. Those are all from when this was basically the bottom of the ocean.
Wow, that's so
eons
cool.
ago.
Whoa, and then that's the little blowfish.
Oh yeah, a little pufferfish
Little
mouth plate.
pufferfish mouth plate, guys. That's the coolest thing,
Yeah,
I think.
that's a complete one too.
Yeah, that's super awesome. I think there's another one in here somewhere, but I couldn't find it. So, but yeah.
Oh yeah, there it is.
Did you find it? Yep,
Yeah,
yep,
there's
there
the
it
other
is. Look at
pufferfish
that.
mouth plate with a little
There it
stairway,
is, yep.
little grinding ridges. They have nice wear patterns on those.
Oh, and what are these? What are these right here?
You got a little front tooth. This would be an incisor in the front of the mouth.
For what?
More than likely, it looks like it's probably a horse incisor.
Oh, okay, wow.
You know, like Mr.
Got
Ed,
it, yep.
the teeth
yep.
that you see when he smiles. These are his
Yep.
molars, way in the back of his jaw,
Yep,
and that's
okay.
the incisor that will be more up in the front.
Look at that. Very cool.
So-
All right. Well, that's awesome.
What was the other one next to it? That looks like a little piece of a barracuda tooth right there.
Wow, barracuda.
Little barracuda teeth.
So cool.
That's a little tiny piece of a snaggle tooth.
And then
That's-
these are the lemon shark, right? The ones
lemon
that
shark
are,
looks like the letter T.
that are pretty symmetrical.
Yeah, lemon sharks are cool. They make great necklaces because they're easy to wrap. And then your dusky shark looks more like the letter V. A couple of little duskies right here underneath it there. And with the little duskies.
Duskies, and they're small, right?
Mhm.
Like shark-wise,
Yeah.
they're small sharks.
And then there, that's actually, you can see the concentric rings. I got it wet with my fingers, but the
Yeah,
little
I
rings
see.
there, those are growth rings for a shark vertebrae. This is a section
my
of the
gosh.
centrum of a shark vertebrae. The only parts that will fossilized is their teeth, their denticles, and their vertebrae, because the rest of them is cartilage.
Oh, and then what about these here?
This is a tilly bone.
Oh,
You can see the little groove right here. It's a fish ballast bone. It's tilly, rhymes with silly.
Okay.
And those will allow the fish to bring air into their body to change how deep they swim.
Very cool. Guys, isn't this so amazing? And one of the things I think is really cool is like everybody assumes that shark teeth are black, right, and dark colored, but we find so many. Look at this, like this one's like really light colored, and you have a darker colored one.
Yeah, you got some of these gold ones. These
yeah.
are colored with iron.
Look at that, because if you find like a modern day shark tooth, it's white, right?
Typically, yeah.
Like bone
Yeah.
colored.
Yeah.
But the fossils, guys, they're all different colors and shades.
The colors will.
Look how pretty that one is.
The colors will come from the minerals that are fossilizing the teeth, and this one had a lot of iron, and iron is rust, so iron oxide will give you orange and yellow and tan and lots of those colors associated with rust.
Oh, so cool. And speaking of jewelry, not only are you guys gonna get some of these amazing shark teeth fossils in your beach treasure boxes this month, but we also have a very special surprise as a giveaway for this month. So somebody is going to receive a beautiful necklace made by Patrick himself, and this is a lemon shark tooth. Look how pretty this is. Let me set it down here, you guys, so you guys can see it. Here, I'll put it in my shell bag so you guys can see. Beautiful lemon shark tooth that Patrick found that he made into a necklace. So one of you is going to get this surprise in your box this month, or you will be getting it in the mail. You do not have to be a subscriber to the Beach Treasure Box subscription to win this. So anybody in the Virtual Shelling Network has a chance to win this beautiful necklace. So Patrick, thank you so much. And if anybody is interested, they can visit your website, and it is fossilfunatics.com, correct?
F-U-N. We make fossil hunting fun.
Oh, there you go. Fossil hunting. It is sure fun. Well, thank you guys so much for joining us on this awesome episode on the Virtual Shelling Network, and I will see you guys again soon. Bye.